Hello guys, welcome to another video, and this is your accounting multiple choice paper 7707. This is May-June 2021, and in this video actually we will be covering the multiple choice questions from 21 to 35. Again, this is variant 12, and I had a prior video on this one where I have covered multiple choice questions from 1 to 20. So if you haven't watched that, you can go watch that, and this will be the continuation of that video. So in this video, actually, we will be covering multiple choice questions from 21 to 35. So let's get started without wasting any time here. So let's read the multiple choice 21. How should inventory be valued? This should be, at the tips of your finger. It should be at the top of your brain. It's a very simple question. The correct answer to multiple choice 21 is option C, lower of cost and net realizable value. That is the inventory valuation principle, no matter what. This is not going to change, at least in your life. So the correct answer to multiple choice 21 would be option C. Let's look at multiple choice 22. James is an accountant and operates as a sole trader. So the key thing here would be he's operating as a sole trader. Which items would not appear in his statement of financial position, right? So long-term loan, if he would have any, most likely he would have any, it's going to actually appear on the statement of financial position for him. It would be the retained earnings and trade payables, which he most likely wouldn't have, because trade payables, he may not be. It's possible he may not have any trade payables or retained earnings, simply because the company, the sole trader, may not have made any profit, so no retained earnings. I'd rather retained loss, and trade payables only is applicable if the guy is not doing cash business, if he's doing a credit business, right? So we don't have much information there. So most likely these two items won't appear on his statement of financial position. So the correct answer to multiple choice 22 would be option D. Let's look at multiple choice 23. Multiple choice 23, Zaha is a consultant who receives fees from client. How would Zaha calculate his profit? So Zaha is going to actually calculate his profit based on fees received minus any expenses. The correct answer to multiple choice 23, again, would be option D. Let's read multiple choice 24. What is added to owner's capital to calculate capital employed? So something that is added back to the capital employed is usually, most of the times, almost always, is non-current liabilities, and the correct answer to multiple choice 24 would be option D, that is non-current liability. So capital employed basically means that the amount of money available to the business owner that can be used to generate revenue or more business. So that would also so the source of funding for a company would either be a debt, which is loan, or equity, which could be owner's personal equity. Personal investment. So let's look at multiple choice 25. So multiple choice 25, what is an advantage of forming a partnership? Decisions have to be recognized by all partnerships. That is a problem. Each partner is responsible for the action of other partners. That is also a problem. Profits have to be shared among the partners. People don't really like to share profits. They like to share losses, but not really profits. So the correct answer to multiple choice 25 again would be option D. Responsibilities can be shared between the partners, and that is an advantage. Let's look at multiple choice 26. So multiple choice 26, Anne and Ben are in partnership sharing profits and losses equally. They provided the following information for the year ended 30th April 2021. Right, so we have this information: profit for the year, interest on capital, drawings for each partner. What was Ben's shares of residual profit, right? So residual profit would be 20,000 minus the interest on capital, that is 5,000, plus the 4,000, and that 5 plus 4 is 9. 20 minus 9 is 11. 11 times 0.5 is 5.5K. So the correct answer to multiple choice 26 would be option A. Right, so residual profit would exclude the interest that is paid here, $9,000. So 20,000 minus $9,000 gives you $11,000. That is the residual profit, and because profits and losses are shared equally, that's why you will do times 50%, and therefore the correct answer to multiple choice 26 would be option A. Let's look at multiple choice 27. So multiple choice 27, which statement about a receipts and payments account is incorrect? It includes amounts of prepaid at the end of the year. Okay. It shows a surplus up for the year. No, that's not necessary. That would be incorrect because it could also show a deficit. I think these are correct. So the correct answer to multiple choice 27 would be option B. How does a manufacturer calculate prime cost? Prime cost is which includes all the direct costs. So the correct answer to multiple choice 28 would be option B, direct material, direct labor, and any other direct expenses. Let's look at multiple choice 29. Nula provided the following information for the year ended 31st March 2021. Drawings, net assets at 2020, net assets at 2021. What was the profit or loss for the year ended 31st March 2021? This is fairly easy question. You will take the net assets at 2021 minus the net assets at 2020. So there's an increase plus 3,900 of drawings for 2022. And if I do the math in here, okay, so this comes as 515,765 profit. Why profit? Because you see net assets have increased, not decreased. So the correct answer to multiple choice 29 would be option D. Let's look at multiple choice 30. So multiple choice 30 is a trader provided the following information: cost of sales, expenses, profit for the year, and calculate profit margin, right? So it's asking you to calculate profit margin. So you will have to do some inverse calculation. So 16 plus 4 gives me 20K. This is my gross profit. Gross profit plus COS, which would be plus 80K, gives me 100K of sales revenue. Let's call this revenue. So profit is 16K, 16 over 100K gives me 16%. So the correct answer to multiple choice 30 would be option A. Let's look at multiple choice 31. So multiple choice 31 seems to have, okay, it's asking to calculate the correct rate of inventory turnover. The closing inventory should be 400, but they have done 300, right? So if I do this 400, then cost of sales will become 2,300, right? So first you will do the average inventory, 400 plus 500, 400 plus 100, 500, or so average inventory is 250. Cost of sales is 2,300. 2,300 over 250 gives me 9.3. So the correct answer to multiple choice 31 would be option C. Let's look at multiple choice 32. Sally's business has reached the overdraft limit set by the bank of $300 and is not able to pay its debts when they fall due. Sally is considering the following proposals. Which proposals will improve the working capital of the business, right? So proposals, so any proposal between 1 and 4 that will improve the working capital of the business. So asking the bank to increase the bank overdraft limit to $2,000. Well, she's not able to pay $1,500. How do you think she's going to pay $2,000? So no, that is not going to help. Borrowing $2,000 from a relative and paying the money back in 6 months, again, that is not really going to help her. Obtaining a loan from the bank of $2,000 repayable in 2 years. Now that's something which will help her, yes, because you know she's taking another loan of $2,000, but she has 2 years to pay. Which is reasonably significant time. It would be long-term liability actually than a current liability, because this is a current liability. This will be current liability, and this is not going to help with working capital because she's only going to worsen her working capital, because working capital is the difference between current assets and current liabilities. Let's look at proposal 4. Paying $2,000 from Sally's personal bank account to business bank account. Yes, that will also settle. This will also settle $1,500 and will have extra $500 as well. So proposal 3 and 4, the correct answer to multiple choice 32 would be option D. Let's look at multiple choice 33. So multiple choice 33, company X and company Y provided the following information. Which statement is correct? So both companies earn the same amount of profit. We can't really say, even though the percentage here is same, but the dollar amounts we don't know. So that's actually incorrect. Company X had a better gross margin than company Y. Let's look at that. No, that's actually false. Company Y has a better gross margin than company X. Company Y had a larger portion of expenses than company X. That is possible because their gross profit margin, company Y has a higher gross profit margin than compared to company X, but at the day end, they have a same profit margin. That means company Y does have higher expenses. So I think the correct answer to multiple choice 33 would be option C, but let's also read option D. The cost of sales of company X was lower than, no. If company X has a lower cost of sales, then that means it should have a higher GP margin. So option C is the correct answer for multiple choice 33. Let's look at multiple choice 34. So multiple choice 34 is saying the current ratio of X is 2:1. The current ratio of Y is 1:1.3:1. What does a comparison of these ratios show? Okay, we don't have the dollars around, so we can't really say anything about liabilities, current assets, and inventory. So option A, C, and D are already incorrect. So the correct answer to multiple choice 34 would be option B, which is X has more liquidity than Y. Because if you look at current ratio, what does current ratio tell you? Current ratio tells you about liquidity, and that is exactly what is option B is telling you. X has more liquidity than Y. So therefore, the correct answer to multiple choice 34 would be option B. Let's look at multiple choice 35. Which international accounting objectives are described by the following statements? Statement 1, information in financial statements must be free from material error and bias. So it has to be either option B or option C. Right, let's read statement 2. Users must be able to identify differences and similarities between information in different financial statements. So that is about comparability, actually. So the correct answer to multiple choice 35 would be option B. The first one pertains to reliability, and the second is about comparability. So the correct answer to multiple choice 35 would be option B. I hope this video was helpful to you to understand the remaining multiple choice questions of May-June 2021 variant 12 accounting 7707 exam. I have already made multiple choice video covering questions 1 to 20. So if you haven't watched that, please go ahead and watch that. And I hope this video was helpful to you to understanding the remaining questions. If you have friends who are also studying for O-level accounting exams, so please feel free to share these videos with them. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please feel free to subscribe to my channel and comment down below, because that's how I also get motivation, and that's how YouTube will promote my videos as well. So once again, thank you very much for watching this video. Please comment down below if you have any suggestions, and I will take that into my consideration. Thank you again.